Honest Abe, from rail splitter to leader. All right, history enthusiasts, welcome to November, our month dedicated to the fascinating lives of historical figures. We're kicking things off with a true American icon, Abraham Lincoln. Get ready for a journey from the frontier to the White House, filled with tall tales, political drama, and the unwavering spirit of Honest Abe. And before we dive in, please let me know in the comments below what historical figures or topics would you like for us to cover next year? From frontier to fame, a lanky lad's rise. Imagine a young Abraham Lincoln, a towering figure against the backdrop of a rugged Kentucky wilderness. Picture him wielding an axe, splitting rails with the strength born of hard labor and a mind hungry for knowledge. His journey wasn't one of silver spoons and gilded halls. It was a climb from the humblest beginnings to the pinnacle of American leadership. Abraham Lincoln was born on February 12, 1809, in a log cabin in Hardin County, Kentucky. His family moved to Indiana and then to Illinois, where he worked various jobs, including store clerk, postmaster, and surveyor. Lincoln's early life was a testament to the American spirit of self-reliance. He was a voracious reader, often walking miles to borrow books, and he possessed an innate curiosity that propelled him beyond the limitations of his frontier upbringing. Lincoln had very little formal education, but he was a self-taught scholar. He read wildly and deeply, developing a strong command of language and a keen intellect. He studied law on his own, earning admission to the Illinois bar in 1836. Abe Lincoln, lawyer, lawmaker, and legend in the making. Lincoln wasn't always destined for greatness. He started out as a store clerk, then a lawyer, known for his tall tales and folksy charm in the courtroom, and eventually landed in the Illinois state legislature. Legal career. Lincoln was a successful lawyer, known for his honesty, his persuasive arguments, and his ability to connect with juries. He practiced law for over 20 years, gaining valuable experience in public speaking and negotiation. Here's where things get interesting. Abe emerged as a powerful voice against slavery, his booming speeches echoing through the halls of power. He wasn't afraid to ruffle feathers, like some other people we may know, even if it meant getting into a shouting match with a pro-slavery politician, which, let's be honest, probably happened more than once. Political beginnings. Lincoln's political career began in the Whig Party. He served in the Illinois state legislature from 1834 to 1842 and in the U.S. House of Representatives from 1847 to 1849. His opposition to the Kansas-Nebraska Act in 1854, which allowed for the potential expansion of slavery, propelled him back into politics. The famous Lincoln-Douglas debates of 1858, though he lost the Senate race, put Lincoln on the national stage. His articulate arguments against the expansion of slavery resonated with a growing segment of the American public. The Lincoln-Douglas debates were a series of 7 public debates between Abraham Lincoln and Stephen Douglas during the 1858 Illinois Senate race. The debates focused on the issue of slavery and helped to solidify Lincoln's national reputation. A Nation Divided. Enter Honest Abe. The Road to the White House. The country was on the brink of civil war when Abraham Lincoln took the oath of office in 1861. He faced a monumental task: preserving the Union and ending slavery. Lincoln's election in 1860 triggered the secession of several Southern states, leading to the formation of the Confederate States of America and the outbreak of the Civil War. Lincoln wasn't a military man, but he proved to be a wartime leader of exceptional skill. He navigated the political landscape like a riverboat captain dodging snags, and his Emancipation Proclamation, a thunderbolt aimed at the heart of the Confederacy, was a turning point in the war. The Emancipation Proclamation, issued by Lincoln in 1863, declared that all slaves in Confederate-held territories were free. This transformed the Civil War from a conflict to preserve the Union into a struggle to end slavery. His ability to choose and manage his generals, even when they disappointed him, showcased his strategic brilliance. He learned from his mistakes and adapted, a critical trait in a wartime leader. Lincoln's role as commander-in-chief was critical to the Union victory. He worked closely with his generals, providing strategic guidance and ensuring that the war effort was properly funded and supplied. The Gettysburg Address, a speech for the ages. Words that shaped a nation. Lincoln's leadership during the Civil War was tested on countless battlefields, but his words also had the power to inspire. The Gettysburg Address, delivered at the dedication of a soldier's cemetery, is a masterpiece of brevity and eloquence. The Gettysburg Address, delivered on November 19, 1863, is one of the most famous speeches in American history. In just 272 words, Lincoln eloquently articulated the principles of liberty, equality, and government of the people, by the people, for the people. In just a few minutes, Lincoln spoke of sacrifice, unity, and a new birth of freedom for the nation. It's a speech that still resonates today, a reminder of the power of words to heal and inspire. The Gettysburg Address has become a symbol of American ideals and a call for national unity. It is often quoted in times of crisis and serves as a reminder of the sacrifices made to preserve the Union. Honest Abe's Legacy. A Nation Reunited. A Lasting Impact. By the time the Civil War ended in 1865, Abraham Lincoln had become a symbol of hope and unity. His assassination, a national tragedy, only solidified his place in history. Lincoln was assassinated by John Wilkes Booth on April 14, 1865, just days after the Confederate surrender. His death plunged the nation into mourning and left a void in leadership. Lincoln's legacy is complex, but one thing is certain. He was a leader who rose to the occasion, a man who steered the nation through its darkest hour and helped to define the meaning of freedom. Lincoln's legacy includes the preservation of the Union, the abolition of slavery, and the strengthening of the federal government. He is remembered for his eloquence, his integrity, and his commitment to democracy. His commitment to reconciliation after the war, though tragically cut short, set the stage for a long and difficult process of healing. Lincoln's plans for Reconstruction, which aimed to reintegrate the Southern states into the Union, were never fully implemented. However, his vision of a united nation and his emphasis on forgiveness influenced the course of Reconstruction. History. Not just stuffed shirts and boring biographies. The human side of history. Abraham Lincoln's story is a reminder that even ordinary people can achieve extraordinary things. It's a testament to the power of perseverance, integrity, and a good sense of humor. Because, let's face it, being president has to be a tough job. I mean, come on, it's got to be. Lincoln was known for his sense of humor, his humility, and his empathy. He was a skilled storyteller and a compassionate leader. Want to dive deeper? History Reacts has the stories. Don't just take our word for it. Hit that subscribe button and check us out every Wednesday. Explore the lives of other fascinating historical figures with us every Wednesday of November. We offer a wealth of videos that bring history to life. A legacy of unity, the enduring influence of Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln's legacy continues to shape America today. He showed us that a nation, even one divided, can heal and emerge stronger. So the next time you find yourself facing a daunting challenge or struggling to find common ground, remember the story of Abraham Lincoln. Remember his resilience, his wisdom, his unwavering belief in the power of unity. Because divided we fall, together we stand. Until next time, be good to each other.